The Extra Point, sponsored by Unwine.
Good evening, folks. Indeed, week 7 of the Extra Point. Can you hardly believe it? WDHN News Director and Grand Prognosticator Uncle Benjamin Stanfield joins us with his expertise. It's a region week, so It is a critical week.
It certainly is, Mike. It's make it or break it for many teams on whether they'll make postseason play. Some great contests on tap tonight. And Sarah Drake is at our big board. Sarah, good evening.
Good evening, guys. A lot of big games, a lot of big scores. I'll have those later in the show. But if you do have scores, call us here at 793-1818. But for now, let's send it back to you guys.
All right, very good.
And that's so important to get those calls in here because we want to hear from you folks.
Not missing much, but missing a few.
Yeah, right. All right. Deutschland, Ali Wallace. Rockin' in the Zoomstein, or as Governor calls it, the Zoomstein. I think he's wrong. Well,
he's wrong.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
For a critical Class 2A Region 2 contest between Ayrton hosting those pesky Abbeville Yellow Jackets.
Governor, roll that pigskin.
That unwad pigskin.
Footage.
All right, in this important region clash, standing room only on the Purple Cats opening possession, Joshua Herring. Nice pass play, right sideline for a large chunk of real estate. That is Ayrton driving right there. Now from the 3-yard line, Ayrton's Russell Carroll. He lines up in the backfield, and he is a no-nonsense kind of guy. Up the middle, into pay dirt right there. Extra point good, 7-0. Let's go to the final there, Governor.
Oh,
yeah, wow.
Big win. Yeah.
Big win indeed. Ayrton, the Purple Cats, over the Abbeville Yellow Jackets 29-8, and that really puts Ayrton in the driver's seat in that region.
Cream of the crop. Following that contest, Mike, you and the 18 Action Sports Cam headed east to Skipperville, and surprising 5-0 GW Long Rebels hosting 2-3 Geneva Cam.
It was indeed. And Ben, this is a must-win game for Coach Jim Bob Striplin's visiting Bulldogs. Governor, you know what to do. My young man. Late in the first half, Bulldogs leading 24-21. Emmanuel Henderson. Look at this. He fumbles the ball, but loses it. Quickly picked up by teammate Trey Williams III. Nice teamwork. First down. Now later in the drive, it is Cole Saunders, the QB, hands off to Trey Williams, the senior, into the end zone. Point after good. 31-21 going into intermission. By the way, Trey's dad is Lester Williams, who works for the Alabama Forestry Commission. All right, let's go to the final score here.
We don't have it, Mike.
Oh, come on, guys. You saw me there. Come on, folks.
You saw Mike and
still GW
still
Rebel
didn't
Stadium.
call. Mike was walking around. He said, "Hey, call me, baby." And all right, so we need
Story
it.
of my life. Story of my life.
And yet, in another contest played tonight in Dale County, let's head west to Warhawk Stadium. 4-2 Daleville hosting 1-4 Cottonwood. The Bears desperately needing a win in this region contest. Governor, you know what to do by now, sir. Roll to Footage, Warhawk Stadium in Daleville, just down the block from McLean Steakhouse. 4th down. Check him out here. Number 25, Jalen White. Back to punt. It's a fake, friends.
Wow.
And he is gone in traffic. Mowing folks down. He's the nation's leading rusher, according to Max Preps, and the front runner for Alabama's Mr. Football Award. We're going to send that one out, folks. 2-point conversion here. Check out Sincere McKenzie. He's getting in on the action as well. He may be the future, but check out the slow-mo here. Watch this.
Bam!
Truck stick on the Xbox, friends. Final score in this one, Dale Vegas 68-29. This was a close game when we were there.
You know, I think Jalen's going to be playing on Saturdays somewhere in the SEC. Yeah. Probably anywhere he wants to play.
I think so. Let's get up to speed on the big board. Sarah Drake, hit us with some scores.
All right. As you can see, Park Crossing, Eufaula, we don't have the score yet, so if you have it, send it to us. Greenville takes this one over Charles Henderson 21-10. Come on, guys. Let's keep it rolling. Andalusia 21 over Williamson 0. And then lastly, that's the last one, so let's send it back to you guys for now.
There we go. Garbinator, we're going no huddle tonight,
I know.
right?
You got Garbinator's got to keep
We're
up.
doing some Gus
Put the phone down. Put the cell phone down, Garbinator.
There we go. All right.
All right. Okay.
Coming up.
He's going crazy.
Standing room only for our game of the week, a battle of titans. It has all the makings in 3A Region 2,
of a true
right,
classic,
Mike?
a Class 3A Region 2 Strabanacher between Providence Christian and Pike County. Two undefeated teams meeting in Dothan.
Player of the Week, sponsored by Hyundai of Dothan.
Hey folks, Felix Hernandez here with Hyundai of Dothan, presenting, recognizing, and congratulating Ashton White of Wicksburg High School, female kicker, as Player of the Week. Congratulations, Ashton.
Score them.
Did they get a score?
You.
Yeah.
Hey. Usually I'd be collecting them. But...
Oh, okay.
All right, we got him.
All right.
Yeah, they still don't have the score for that, Ben.
Game of the Week, sponsored by ENT Care.
Hey, you know, by the way, we saw Ashton White there. First
Yes.
time, I think, in this entire Dothan TV market that a girl has received a football honor.
Yeah, and super pumped about that.
So we're all about diversity, folks.
She had a big week last week.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. In fact, her brother plays for the Naval Academy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Interesting. Yeah. All right, folks. Two undefeated teams, both ranked in Class 3A's top 10 by the Alabama Sports Writers poll.
Last year, the previously undefeated Eagles lost in Brundage to the Bulldogs 25-14. Providence Christian looking for revenge and first place in Class 3A Region 2. Got some injuries, though. Going to have to work through that. Only score for Providence Christian of the half, about a 15-yard field goal. So there you go. The trifecta on the board. Pike County's running back Derek Myhan watching me here burst through the defense for a big gain. Pike County, they do this all night. All right, so Rayshawn Reynolds, he's a household name in Brundage. He's going to punch it in here from about 10 yards out. Rayshawn Reynolds, as they say over the PA system in Brundage. All right, Pike County's Kavon Caffey catches a touchdown pass here, going to the air. You know, we've kind of discredited Pike County, saying they're a little one-dimensional. DeQuavis Coleman with the touchdown there. Bulldogs up big, and they win it big tonight, 47-10. Our old friend Carlicia would be proud of that one, and that's a huge win for Pike County.
Puts them in the driver's seat.
Loss for Providence. They can learn from this, so.
I think we hear Rick, our sales guy, crying somewhere in the building right now.
Rick is a big Providence fan. That is a tough loss tonight. Pike County, great football team.
All right, folks. With us is our extra point sideline reporter, Robert Smith, with the winning coach. Uncle Roberto, as always, keeping it real with the coach.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm here at the game of the week, and I have Coach Fred Holland here with me. Now, Coach, you came into this game undefeated. They were undefeated. What did you guys have to execute today to be able to, knock these guys off and give them their first loss?
One thing we worked very hard this week on some of the things that they were doing. I don't think that we really saw they did. They did a real good job of running the ball and controlling the clock. and we felt like if we could slow them down just a little bit and get the ball back, we'd have a great chance of scoring and doing some things like that. Our guys played extremely hard. I'm proud of them for what they did. You know, like I said, they found a couple things that help us out, and one thing about it, great conditioning helped us later on down the road.
All right, you heard it here first. Coach Fred Holland, Robert Smith, back to you guys.
All right, Fred Holland, been in Pike County a long time.
I know.
And succeeding as the head coach. And
2 years in a row, Pike County has defeated Providence.
he mentioned their conditioning. That's their strong suit. They work it out
And they
all
have a
summer.
small roster.
Yeah,
they don't
like
have...
20, 22 guys.
Exactly.
Drake, what's going on the big board right now?
All right now, Geneva over Strawn 32-27. Opp over Wicksburg 48-0. And then Barber County 29, Houston County 14. And Laverne 27, Goshen 26. So a tight one right there in Laverne. So back to you guys.
First win for Barber County since Obama's first term in office.
I think it was they were on a 54-game losing streak.
Wow.
And well, Houston County, they still haven't won a game this season.
Wow. Barber County, oh man, who would have thunk it? All right, we got to go to break. We're going to the Rip next. The Wolves hosting Carver. Battle of the Wolves and the Wolverines,
Wolves.
Mike. Right after
I want to hear the Wolves. Ooh.
Team of the Week, sponsored by Good Morning Mattress Center.
Destroyed your arch nemesis, the Enterprise High School Wildcats, who wanted wolf meat, but you all decided what you would do with that. All right, so Jamal Lane, you're accepting the trophy for your team. Congratulations, guys.
The Extra Point, sponsored by Unwad, preparing athletes for more than sports.
All right, Kendall Glover in Dothan, the funeral home guy.
I know the phone just rang, got me nervous.
He's got one in Eufaula. He said that Eufaula won 50-29 over Park Crossing.
Oh, okay.
That's a big win. So what that does, that sets Dothan up at the top of the region.
Yeah, that's right. Because
they won tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to find out, in fact. But Ed Rigby and Eufaula, great coach, by the way.
Yeah.
All right,
so
indeed.
a true battle royale tonight at Rip Stadium. Let's talk about it. 6A Region 2, first place Carver, the Wolverines, competing against the second place Dothan Wolves.
All right, Ben. Dothan head man Smitty Grider. He has spent most of his coaching career in the capital city. The Wolves squaring off, as you say, against the Wolverines. Gavaneta, yes indeed, put down the phone. Roll the foot side. Fired up tonight, folks. Jamal Lane drop back, dumps it off to Ty Webb, and he is off to the races indeed to pay dirt, large chunks of real estate. Wolves are up by 7. Dothan driving again. Lane pitches it to the outside to Jalen White. He breaks an arm tackle, and he makes it in as well. Wolves up now 14-13. Wolverines 2014 with 30 seconds left of the half. Jabri Barber fields a kick. Breaks a tackle there, shake and bake, cuts the grain. Pretty good there, Ben. In fact, he is in indeed. All right, folks, let's go to the final of this game, and we have Dothan over GW Carver, 34-20.
All right. Dothan.
First place, I think,
place
now.
in the region. We got to check the standings, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right, tall order at Wildcat Stadium in the City of Progress tonight. 2-4 Enterprise hosting the Central Phoenix City Red Devils, who lost to Hoover by just a field goal.
Yeah, so they got a good team. In other words, they're a very good team.
Governator, roll the footage, please. Beautiful Wildcat Stadium. Feels like a college atmosphere, baby. Check out Central on the handoff here. And, yeah, just that kind of night.
Powered right through it.
It was 42-0 at halftime, Mike.
Yeah.
Central up big. They didn't score in the second half. We asked Commissioner Jim Thompson, the former Auburn All-American lineman, who's going to win Auburn, Florida tomorrow? Read his lips here. He said, tell Mike Gerspan, War Eagle.
Oh, Jim, I had respect for you.
Mike, of course, the Florida Gator from 40 years ago.
From 40 years ago, you know. That's right. Alabama was #1 in '79, and we were the worst in the country. Indeed. In Central Houston County. All right, the surprising.
You were on the team, though.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Tackling dummy. 4-1 Rehoboth Rebels hosting 2-2 Carroll. Governator, you know what to do tonight. Also, Rehoboth homecoming game. Here's this year's queen, Jamaria McBride, escorted by her father, Douglas. She plans to attend Alabama State University and major in criminal law. Very good indeed. Well, another big moment before tonight's game. Special needs student Joseph Maddox always wanted to be a referee, and he had the chance. He tossed the coin at center field.
Yes.
Great moment.
He did a great job there.
Now for a few highlights. First possession, Rebels QB Jay Trawick avoids the interception, and that was to receiver Treshawn Turner, who took it to the house for 6 points.
And they can win with that. That's Rehoboth football.
I know.
Yeah.
They have a fearsome foursome in the front. Kicking woes continue, though, for the Rebels. They missed a point. All right, final score, folks. Rehoboth, the Rebels, 6-3. They only have one loss on the season.
Yeah.
And they didn't win a game last year, so who could have thunk it?
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs?
Playoffs? Yeah.
Let's go to Eastern Geneva County tonight. Hello. Two Class 3A Region 2 teams desperately needing a victory. Keep their postseason hopes alive. Let's go to Red Top Stadium in a battle between Slocum and the HA Raiders. Red Top's up 27 at first when Raiders quarterback Shell Knott drops back to pass to receiver Don Williams, but of course James King knocks him down before that catch could be made.
Oh, look at that.
The pass interference call there gave HA the first down. A few plays later, 4th and 2. The quarterback keeper, they moved the pile. All right, so we're on the next play now. However, the Raiders not able to do anything on their next 4th down attempt. Ott sacked by a couple of Slocum players. And
in there.
This is Braden Whitaker right here says, I'm making the highlights tonight on the extra point.
And he did a good job at it.
He did a good job at it. Slocum wins at 42-7. Not really surprised there. Big win for Slocum. It's homecoming, so everybody be real careful this weekend.
That's right. Jamie Riggs is having a tough time.
Remember, you got to keep this much distance between you at the dance, all right? Drake, what's going on the big board?
All right. Right now, New Brockton wins this one big, 50-14 over Calhoun. Flying Squadron, 49 over Zion Chapel, who didn't score anything, and then Brantley 21 over Elba, who only had 18, and Florala over Red Level 52-7, and then Georgiana 32 over Pleasant Home 0, and this is the last one. So Kinston over McKenzie 55-34, and let's send it back to you guys.
All right, Draco, thank you very much. Coming up, more Pigskin Footage. First, a quick shout out to our studio sponsor, Timberline Homes.
I love those manufactured homes.
We do. We'll be RB, friends.
Cheerleader Squad of the Week, sponsored by Physicians Hearing Center.
Well, the vote's in, and on behalf of Physicians Hearing Center, we'd like to help you hear that cheer in the Extra Point Show on WDHN. The Cheerleaders of the Week, Dow County Warrior Cheerleaders! And on behalf of
Hi, everybody. It's good old JR Jim Ross of AEW Wrestling. So I'm going to be watching Extra Point. It's going to be good tonight. As a matter of fact, it's a slobber knocker. Hi, everybody. It's good old JR Jim Ross of AEW Wrestling. So I'm going to be watching Extra Point. It's going to be good tonight. As a matter of fact, it's a slobber knocker.
I know. A face from my childhood there.
That's mine too.
All right. Well, folks, in Henry County tonight, an important Class 4A Region 2 game between Alabama Christian at J.J. Yarborough Stadium taking on the home Headland Rams.
How about a slobber knocker here? Look at that. Oh, he's flossing. Alabama Christian going to punt it here. Tyler Danzy.
Yeah.
He's going to take it, and he picks it up. All right, what happens here? So let's take a look.
Man, he's zigzagging his way up. Wow, cutting through.
Moving through traffic.
Yeah.
You know, in Headland, they call 431 the 4-lane. He was moving like he was on the 4-lane. All right, so check it out here. That's Kareem there. Going to get 6 points on the board.
Yeah.
For the Rams. Headland deciding to go for 2. Dylan Carroll going to keep it. 2-point conversion is good.
Hey, dirt.
Alabama Christian wins 28-22. A little closer than we thought. Headland battling some injuries, and so
especially at the quarterback position.
They're in a tough spot.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that's some promise.
They're still in it. They're still in it.
Still in it. All right.
And then also in Class 4A Region 2, the Dale County Warriors in a must-win game at home in the big city of Midland City.
Yeah, 2-4 Dale County taking on winless Booker T. Washington out of the capital city area. Dale County got to give it to Trayshawn Marshall to start things off. Hey, maybe a contender for Band of the Week there.
Yeah.
All right, so Marshall, what you got for us, brother? Okay, moves it forward. Doesn't get too far. Dale County this time, they're going to throw it to Alexander Moneybags Banks. That's coming up on the next play, actually. I jumped ahead there. There's Moneybags Banks. And watch him here. Did he score? Did he get in? He was close.
Yeah.
4th and goal. All right, they're going to go for it. And Banks makes the catch. Cha-ching, touchdown, make it rain in Midland City, baby. Dale County wins 27-22.
You see a young man had green hair.
They took it to the banks, Mike.
To the banks, in the bank. Put it in the bank.
There we go. Let's head to eastern Houston County now. Ashford with a tall order at home at W.H. Brown Field. Yellow Jackets taking on first place 4A Region 2 leader, undefeated Catholic Montgomery, the Knights. All right, let's roll it, baby. Ashford's Caleb Smith almost had his pass picked off, but the ball went through the defender's hands. Keon Walker's hands here for the easy score on this play. Right, and look at him go, baby. That's
in your living room.
Hey, that's 4A speed right there, brother. So the score, short-lived, though, as Daryl Gibson of the Knights. Check him out. They're going to respond here. Let's go ahead and roll the final score on this one tonight. Catholic wins 55-28 in the Wiregrass.
Ashford's having its problems, so far. Well, in the independent school category, Northside Methodist hosting Lee Scott Academy out of the Auburn area. And Northside, they play their home games at the old Ashford Academy field. Number 5 for Lee Scott. Well, he will make his presence known early on in this game, getting into the end zone, putting the first points on the scoreboard.
This is a tight game tonight. A couple of years ago, Lee Scott came in here and just mammoth their way through Northside.
Some hot vehicles.
Yeah, we got a little car show going on there.
Yeah, look at that.
Final score, Lee Scott wins it 33-30. I like that Corvette.
I know. Oh, well, on your salary, that's no problem.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe on Drake's. Drake, what you got on the big board? She works on the big board, big salary.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, Pike Liberal Arts takes this one 54-14. Crenshaw Christian over And then Tift County over Bainbridge 24-6. Terrell County over Seminole County 42-7. And Vernon over Graceville 41-15. And this is the last one. We don't have the score for Bay and Mariana, so if you have it, call us.
Tim Jordan.
Call us. Yeah.
Tim Jordan's our Mariana beat, and he calls us every week.
Yeah, Bay High Tornadoes, one of the oldest teams in Florida, in fact, been around for over 100 years.
Tim's got a real deep voice and lets us know what's going on. All right, so give us a call. Let us know what's going on. All right, the crew, busy checking out our biggest plays from the action tonight. Which one will it be? Will it be this one from Daleville? More pigskin footage. Your way next.
Band of the Week, sponsored by Buffalo Rock.
On behalf of Buffalo Rock Pepsi and WDHN at Dothan, I'd like to present this trophy for Band of the Week to the Dale County High School Warriors.
Play of the Week, sponsored by Lewis Smith Supply.
Here we go in Daleville, a Jim Ross slobber-knocker, baby. Jalen White on the fake punt, 4th down, and he is gone with the truck stick into the end zone. He gallops in. No problemo. And let me tell you, I watched this play live. He actually cut infield from the sideline, which is rare, because he was outrunning his blockers. That's some serious speed there.
He's already got an offer from Vandy, I know of, and Troy as well, but
they're only going to go up.
So just about anywhere.
Once they see that video, folks will say, uh-oh, he made extra point play of the week. Maybe it's time to call Nick Saban. All right, so scores as we head out tonight. What do we think about Auburn and Florida tomorrow?
Well, you know,
you're going to the game.
Yeah, Uncle Roberto will be there, and there's some scores, folks. You can watch them. I'm going in with the upset. I'm taking the Gators.
All right, Drake, what do you think?
I don't really care. I don't really care for either team. My team has a bye week, so I'm good. Well, I'm good either way.
I think Auburn's going to win big tomorrow over the Gators. Sorry, Mike.
Hey, they probably will.
Good night.